think paddle shifters would be cooler.
Really?
Like go-kart, dad.
Paddle shifters are lame. It's all about the sequential shifter.
I don't think we're ever even gonna get out of first gear with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Chris got the frame all cleaned up yesterday on the mini truck. Where we're at now, the gas tank is out of the truck, obviously, and we've kind of cleared some things out. What we're gonna do with the gas tank is we want to use the Hayabusa fuel pump and sending unit, but this tank is too shallow. We're gonna take it, strip it down, clean it up, and then basically weld the tube onto the bottom, or basically drop the bottom of that tank out and make it bigger, and put the Hayabusa pump in there, because the Hayabusa pump is pretty tall. It's a mess right now. But the Hayabusa, it's back there somewhere. It's pretty tall, and it has the sending unit built in. And it'd be really nice, since we're gonna use the, there it is. Since we're gonna use the Hayabusa cluster, we're thinking we wanna keep this pump and keep the sending unit, because it'd be nice to have the factory, level that works. This is not a return system. We do have to make some changes to the tank. We looked at getting different fuel cells and whatnot, but it makes more sense to use that one, since if we got an aftermarket one, we'd have to make a neck and spout and everything that comes out. We'd have to fabricate it anyways. May as well just use the factory one that we have. It all bolts up. It's pretty good size too. I'd say it's maybe 10 gallons. Now you guys can see the differential here. So this has a locker and it's offset a little bit to the right. I know, well, fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure it's gonna explode into a million pieces, but we're gonna try it anyways and see what happens. Plus, this will give us a baseline to figure out where the ratio needs to be on this, since we're going from, you know, the sport bike motor to this. We don't really know how the gearing is gonna work out. It may need to be shorter, it may need to be taller, but we don't know how it's gonna work out. And it's a pretty short geared. You can see, just turn it a little bit, it just rolls a truck. I mean, this just shows you how little this thing weighs, because I'm a weakling and it's literally no work at all to turn that. So it's pretty short differential. I don't know the ratio. I'm guessing it's at 411 or something like that. I would imagine it's 4s or taller, or shorter, I should say. We're gonna mount the motor in line with that diff. And the reason being, if we bring the motor over this way more, we're not gonna have room for the headers. If we wanted to center the diff up, it'd have to come over more, and the headers are gonna, since the headers are coming out this side, there's not gonna be a whole lot of room to bring them and turn them out. My guess is once we find out this diff and once we grenade it, once we explode this differential, we're probably gonna get like a 4 to 8.8 or 9-inch or something like that. And we're gonna shorten it down and also have it offset to match this, so it'll match up with the motor. So we're gonna use this just to see what the ratio is and just go from there. Then we can build a whole custom differential. I'd like to keep the leaf springs the way they are and then just do a traction bar of some sort on both sides. But main plan here is to get this motor in. I'm gonna grab a tube bender probably tomorrow, but I don't know that I necessarily have to have a tube bender for this. And our thought process here, the frame actually is boxed, which is nice. It's a fully boxed frame, so that's pretty impressive for what it is. So we've got 1/4-inch steel here on the top and on both sides. Well, we gotta do this side still. And the game plan here, and let's see, I can't remember. Yeah, so we're gonna do the other side too. The game plan here is just to have a nice, smooth, thick, fresh surface to start with for welding the mount. So I'm gonna go ahead and today and weld all this up, weld all these in here, and do the same on that side, and that'll give us a nice spot to be able to build off of there. Don't really know how we're gonna do it, kind of have a rough idea. We're gonna take one steel plate, and so we've got 2 mounts here, mount here, so this just goes all the way through. So there'd be a steel plate here, one here, and then we'll gusset it in the center. You have a mount position here and here, and the same on the other side. Chris is gonna work on making the steel plates for that. Unfortunately, the plasma table that's supposed to be right there is running behind because we're waiting on, I guess they had some problems with the powder coating. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to make all of our custom brackets, which is a real bummer because that would have been really, really nice. We're gonna do it all by hand, and I don't have my plasma cutter anymore because I sold my regular plasma cutter to pay for the plasma table, which includes a new plasma cutter, unfortunately. I've had the plasma cutter for years, and of course, one time I really need it, it's gone. But we're just gonna MIG all this stuff. We've got a TIG, but I haven't spent enough time practicing on that, and the MIG is just fine for what this is. We had to, the frame has these indents here. We had to pop them down to get this area flat. But the frame is definitely more stout than I was expecting. We've got another piece of plate steel here that goes all the way across. So we're gonna weld here, here, and on that side, and then along the top and along the bottom. So we kind of have this, you know, have this half box here to be able to work off of for the mount. I'm gonna get prepped. I went and got some steel. I'm gonna get the welder set up here. Chris got this area prepped really well. He cut the plates and got it all dialed in. I'm gonna go ahead and just weld all this stuff up here while I'm welding it. Chris is gonna start working on these plates on the side. Let's see, this could be a scammer. Scooter Swap Shop Service Department. Okay, okay.
Service you guys provide if I would send my actual motor out to you guys and then like install the parts that I bought from you guys and then like you guys charge me a certain like fee?
Yeah, what kind of motor is it?
It's a 03 Yamaha Zuma 50.
Okay, give me a split second.
Okay, cool.
All right, well there's a motor build phone call. So I'm gonna take that and we're gonna get working on the mini truck afterwards.
This one or that one, forward and backwards. So basically all it would need is like a bracket thing on here and a lever. So the original shifter is basically pulling and pushing like you would be doing with your foot. So when you go through the gears, you're just going forward with the original shift lever.
Yeah, the electronic thing would be pretty, it's more money, but it would be really simple and nice too.
This is simple too. But the only thing with the air shifter is like, I think it'd be
It's not air, it's electric.
Well, yeah, but then what would you do? Buttons on the steering wheel or something like that? Because that would fit. If you're driving it, that would not feel as cool as like look at any real rally car or something like that. You're like,
I think paddle shifters would be cooler.
Really?
Like go-kart,
Paddle shifters are lame.
Thing
It's all
is,
about the sequential shifter.
I don't think we're ever even gonna get out of first gear with this thing. Credit card, you guys lowering my interest rate?
Yeah, do you want lower rates on your switch guy?
Duh, who wouldn't want lower interest rates, stupid? Of course I want lower interest rates.
You want right?
Yeah, open your ears. I want lower interest rates. Why would I not want lower interest rates? Hello? Hang on. Like with the
Depends on the
RPM this
gearing.
spins?
Who knows? It should get out of first gear, hopefully, but it all depends on that. We can measure the ratio really quick if we just back it up again.
But that doesn't do us any good because we don't know the ratio of this.
Oh yeah. Well,
I would say let's figure having this in line with this diff, right? Yeah. Just for now, and then if we have to do a rear diff, which we probably will, we'll just have it offset. We'll just hand this diff over and be like match this same offset, right? So we'll keep the diff the way it is, and I'm okay with doing the motor like this as long as we do research and look to see. Is it okay to you can even probably Google search it because guys are maybe doing this as is. Is it okay to mount it like this? Which I'm sure it probably is, but to spend an extra 15 minutes to do the research would be good, just to make sure.
And do we want to use it like the actual airbox is so lame?
I mean, I'm down to use trumpets or whatever as long as it's
I think just a bunch of unis.
This truck is probably never going to see more than like 75, 80 miles an hour max.
I don't want to go that fast.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, most of the time I think you have problems with this is like
speed,
highway speed, whatever. And I mean, what are we going to use it? What are we going to put like 200 miles in this thing a year, maybe?
We want to do actual pickups and stuff with it? Yeah. If it runs good, yeah.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
No, we just want to bring it to that guy that screwed up my Z125 exhaust on 82nd.
Was it Daryl's?
No, a different guy.
A different Daryl?
No, a different guy that welds with no welding mask.
Oh, that's good. These guys have got this genius idea.
It's a latch down.
Ooh, you want to go higher than that?
It's going all the way.
You guys make me nervous.
It's a latch down.
Could theoretically, though, weld with it like that, too.
I think we need to. There's some room
No?
in there.
Maybe it'll hold. What do you think?
Well, it'd be sweet if it holds, because then you have vacuum locker, so you can go to drift mode.
Carter is dealing with a scammer right now. I'll kind of give you guys a rough overview on the pickup.
Oh, that's really great. I'll do one thing. I'll transfer your call to one of our specialists, Elizabeth. They'll come up with a lowest and a better price for you. Later, I'll talk to you. Not a problem, okay?
Okay, can you call me later? Maybe we can go on a date.
No, okay, I'll call you later. Just be on a hold. Just 1 minute, Elizabeth. Please, just for 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
Hold for 1 minute, Carter.
Oh, okay.
All right, see if I can turn some lights on in here. Wherever the lights are, over here somewhere. Where are they? Oh, he stole a cord. A little bit dark, but we've got the gas tank out of the truck. What we've done here is we have one plate welded here, one plate welded here. We've got a plate along the bottom that's welded in. Then we just went ahead and did one plate across here. It's all overkill. It's all 1/4 inch thick steel. The plan is now at least we have a good good material to start from.
Good. That was better when I was talking to her, however.
Oh, scammers. We have good material to start from, which is nice, rather than welding on the truck frame, of course. We've got a, this is the angle it's gonna sit. We got to adjust it in the right angle. We got a tube bender here. This is JD squared, so we're gonna do 1¼ inch tubing, like hoops basically, and then come off those hoops to weld to the motor. We've got this box we put together, and the bum part is, I don't have my plasma cutter yet, so it's all being done by hand. But we fabbed up this steel box, and again, it's all overkill. This guy basically slides over the motor like this. So if it's over the motor like that, and the plan, you guys see these holes here, the plan is we're gonna weld some nuts on the back side of this guy. We're gonna weld some nuts on the back side, and we're gonna make another plate that bolts over the top of this and bolts this plate will then weld to the truck frame. That way, if we want, we can take this motor and literally unbolt these 6 bolts on the backside, leave these, and the whole motor can just drop out the bottom or come out the top. Obviously, if we weld this all together, you know, this piece being a C shape that it is, wrapping around here, it's gonna be really hard to drop this motor out. That's what we kind of came up with this design. Also, for the last few days, I've been practicing TIG welding, which is definitely a required, an acquired skill. But I'm doing this is all being done in MIG. We're definitely not pros, but I don't have the skill set yet to trust myself to do TIG on this. So every day I come in, I'm spending about an hour trying to get this thing dialed in and right. But Chris is running this machine, doing all the work here. He's going to grab the steel. Did they hang up on you, Carter? You've been kicked out. And I found a Chevy half-ton rear end, but we're gonna wait until this thing explodes and we can learn what ratio it needs. Next step, because I think we'll probably have that motor mounted, probably not today, but maybe today, if not tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday. Once that's mounted, we are going to work on the wiring, or Carter's gonna work on the wiring. Thank you for watching. If you guys have ideas, post it down below, and we'll get back to getting this thing together.